What's up, guys? Jordan Norell here, making my daily video on circumcision, and I want to talk about why you are not a victim of circumcision unless you make yourself one. So let me explain that. Circumcision is something that happens to you. It's an event that happens, and some men, most men don't really ever learn about it or find out what it really is, and so they go on just being ignorant, relatively happy with their life and with their sex life, and so of course they're not generally a victim of it. But men who really learn a lot about it and how much they've actually been harmed often do consider themselves victims of male genital mutilation, of it being one of the worst things that can happen to you, which makes sense on the surface. I mean, circumcision takes away most of the sexual function of your penis, and takes away most of the sensitivity of your penis. It still works. It still feels good, kinda. I mean, it still feels good, definitely, but like, just nothing compared to how it could feel. It could feel way, way, way better. Be way more sensitive. Not need lubrication for masturbation or sex, and it could just be a lot better than it is. So it's understandable why you might see yourself as a victim if you are in this position of having had this horrible thing happen to you, and then learning about it and realizing what you're missing that was stolen from you. But here's the thing. Here's what I have to say to those men who have a lot of trauma about it, who realize how violent it is and painful, and really feel violated and upset that this crazy act happened to them. The thing is, you can heal from that. I have a whole psychological trauma healing program on YouTube. So if you're a victim up until now you don't have to be. At least emotionally, you can heal from that. Just go through this program I have. I have 33 days now. So if you go through that a couple times, that would be enough to heal you of this psychologically, for the most part, at least. And if you're that traumatized, that upset by it, then you don't have to be a victim in that way. And furthermore, you say, yeah, but the physical side of it, I guess I can restore it, and that makes it mostly better, or 70% better, or 80% better, whatever it is. Stretch it and regrow it till it feels and looks almost like a normal foreskin would, but it still doesn't have a lot of the nerve endings. Most of the nerve endings actually still aren't there, so it really doesn't feel as good as it would still. Well, yeah, but if you really care that much about it, then go out, become a millionaire, and fund foreskin regeneration. That's what I'm gonna do if someone else doesn't do it first. Like, people become millionaires every day. It's not really that difficult to do. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's difficult, it's extremely difficult, but if you really, really care about this as much as so many men seem to, then just go out and do it. It's not that complicated. I mean, in my opinion, it actually isn't really that difficult. Maybe I'm optimistic or just talented, but to me, making millions of dollars, like I said, a huge number of people do that. There are many, many, many millionaires all over the world. And if you really want to, and billionaires too, I mean, millionaires is just the minimum requirement that it would probably take to fund foreskin regeneration. But it's easily doable. The technology's here. We're in the most opportunistic time in history when you can heal yourself with emotional trauma. You can heal yourself with a physical. You can completely heal it 100%. In addition to restoring, really, there's no reason to be a victim unless you choose to. There's just no. I don't want to be insulting here, but it's silly to choose to continue beating yourself up over this, being upset about it, and hating life. Many men I hear are contemplating suicide, and it's like, well, there's a path out, both emotionally and physically. You just have to man up, grow some balls, and then regrow your foreskin. Just do it. Just go out there and do what it takes. It's if I present the solution to you, either come up with, either tell me why it doesn't work for you, why you can't do that, but I don't, I just don't know what excuses there are that are valid, really. Anyone can do this, or else just do it. There's no reason to keep on sort of complaining about it and saying, I'm this victim, I can't do anything about it, I was wronged in this fundamental way. Yes, that's all true. But you can fix it. And I guess it's maybe this video is kind of a message to myself too, just realizing, I've been in this vibration for so long and really been pulling myself out of it, and realizing that there is a way forward. I've always been a pretty optimistic person, and really I feel like sometimes I'm kind of pandering to the movement, which has a very strong victim mentality at times, because that's what people want to hear, that's what they like, and it's not popular, it's not politically correct to say get over your trauma, and that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying heal your trauma, but you do have responsibility to heal your trauma. You do have responsibility to fix the problem yourself, or at least contribute to someone like 4Gen. If you're not donating a couple $1,000s to 4Gen a month, then really, how do you, if 100 men were doing that, then we could solve this issue. If there were just that many men who cared that much, I'm gonna do that. I just can't wrap my head around why more people aren't working harder to make this happen if they're really that harmed by it. And working harder to find healing for themselves. When you realize that you're this upset about it, and that healing from that upsetness to be totally happy with your life is possible, then why not take that? Yeah, sorry if this video is coming off a little bit dark, but I'm just trying to be honest with myself, with all of you, about where I am at right now, and would love to start a discussion. Let's talk more about this, please. If you have any comments, if you have any questions for me, I would love to discuss this more. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. As always, I will talk to you again tomorrow.